Hey guys, welcome to this video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about payability and what it can do for you and your Amazon business to help you grow faster, go further, and be ultimately more successful in your business. Stay tuned for the end of the video where there's a very special offer where you can earn $150 quite easily to go towards your business. With that being said, let's jump into the video. We're going to go into my computer right now. And I'm going to share with you what payability is. First, let me tell you that it is basically a funding company that links to your Amazon account. And so when you make sales, payability fronts you your profit in order to help you grow your business more exponentially. So let's go a little bit more in depth with this. Let's say that in one day you sell X amount of dollars worth of merchandise or inventory. Well, Amazon's going to take their cut, and then you'll have a remaining amount. Payability is going to charge a small fee, 1 to 2%, depending on the volume of your revenue. And then after that, they're going to separate between 10 and 20% as a reserve fund in case there are people that come and they want a refund on something, or there was a damaged item and they have to get refunded for whatever reason. They'll hold 20% of your profits there, but you get the rest of that money the very next day. Instead of having to wait 2 weeks to get your payout, which totally sucks when it comes to trying to scale your business, they give you your, I guess it would be like 80% right there and allow you to grow a lot faster. When do you get that 20% that is on reserve? You get that every 2 weeks whenever Amazon automatically transfers your funds that are in your account to your bank. So basically, the way this kind of works is you have a bank account with payability. And so your Amazon funds get routed to payability, and payability deposits money into your payability bank account. And then you can transfer from there to your personal bank and spend that money. It goes a lot faster than kind of the explanation of it. So let's dive in and look at this. So right here, we're exploring payability. And you can see on this second line here, available balance is 168. So I'm going to show you my available balance today is 168.25. We're going to look at exact numbers for a minute here, and then we are going to dive, and I'm just going to not worry about the change. We're just going to worry about whole numbers here. So going to this next tab, we're looking at my available balance is 168.25. My reserve balance is 279.52, and this is anywhere from 10 to 20%. The disclaimer is that they hold 20%, which is cool. That way you get 80% after all fees and everything. You get 80% to your bank account. And then due from marketplace is $1,397.58. This is basically the money that is going to go to payability because we've been fronted all that money already. And we're going to move down the line here. So in this box right here, I'll highlight this just so you can kind of see where I'm talking about. In this particular box, you see that my receivables purchased is $244.64, so we're just going to call it $244. The remaining, the amount is what is mine, essentially. And so Amazon took $49 in fees. So $244 minus 49 leaves $195. So from the $195, we see that up here on my little document. That $195 minus the $4.89 payability fee, which we show right there, payability fee in that second line in the blue box, equals $190. Okay, so $190. Well, we see that the remaining balance is $168.25. So we take $190 minus, we know it's $22 because that leaves the $168. That shows that my reserve balance is about 11% for yesterday's sales. We had 190, we took out the 168, and what was remaining would be that $22 that goes to the reserve balance. And then scrolling down, the payability fee is about 1 to 2% of your gross sales, which means your total revenue. This would come from the $244. So if you took 244, or rather $4.89, and divided it by $244, you get exactly 2%. And but what I like to do is I like to take it from my actual profit amount, right? Because sometimes if you're selling lower priced items, you may not get as much profit per item. Okay, for me in this example, that $4.89 coming out of my $195 is only 2.5%. This can look more like 5% if you're selling less expensive items and not collecting as much profit per item. So that's important to pay attention to. I don't worry about the fees because yesterday I sold 22 books, and for that $195 profit, I averaged a profit of $8.86 per book. That means that only half of the profit of one book paid for my payability fees. So out of one book's average profit of $8.86, $4.89 went to the actual fees, which doesn't hurt me at all. Like, that's excellent. I don't even feel that. So half the profit of one book went to pay the payability fees for me to have 89% of my profit available today, remembering that it's 11% that's being held for 2 weeks. That's why it's 89% and not 100%. So we're going to go back into the payability website and check this out. We can see receivables purchased, $244. The amount that actually came toward me is $195. Payability takes less than $5. And then after they hold the reserve balance, I get $168.25 to my available balance, which you can see right there in the green box. Moving over to this page right here, you can kind of see here that, and I have to let you know that I've been doing this for exactly 75 days. Since June 5th, that was when I took my first payout from Payability, and I'll go through my spreadsheet in just a second so you can see that. I just simply exported the information, the CSV file from Payability, and dumped it into a spreadsheet. So I'll show you that in a second. Down here, you can see that let's see if I pull this up a bit. Based on purchases of receivables of $32,878. So in 75 days, we sold almost 33,000. We'll call it 32,000. We sold $32,000 worth of stuff. And the payout for all of that, the payability fees, was $633. The cash out was roughly $7,200, and you're going to see on the spreadsheet here in just a second, right here. So we go to the top. Well, let me show you the dates. 6/5 is the very first day that I cashed out, and it was $600. And then all the way up until yesterday when I cashed out, or on the 17th when I cashed out $342, rather $337. So I'm just going to highlight the final transfer amount and go all the way down and highlight that. And you see $7,172. You can't actually see that. There we go. $7,172 is the cash out. And so you see it right underneath that. On the payability window, you can see $71.72.54 was the payout. The fees were $633. The instant access fees. So basically, you have the option when you transfer your money to pay 0 fees in transferring for a same to next day transfer, but it takes a few hours. Or you can do instant transfer, which costs a minimum of $5 or 1% of the total amount. So if you are under $500, then it's a $5 flat fee. If you're over $500, then it is 1% of whatever that amount is. If you're transferring $1,000, it's going to cost $10 to make that instant transfer, and it is truly instant, happens within seconds. So if you're out and about and you know that you have funds available, but you're out and about and not planning to source, but you come across something and you're like, man, I could really use $500 right now. You can make that transfer and it's instantly available, which is super helpful. Normally, I just wake up in the morning and I do a transfer before noon, and then that shows up by about 1 p.m. Where I'm at. So as long as you transfer before noon using an ACH transfer to your bank, it shows up just a few hours later, same day. If it's after 12 o'clock noon, then it's next day transfer in the morning. And we'll go over that here in just a second. Let me slide this out of here. And we're going to look at this right here. You can see the instant transfers. The instant transfers where I paid $5, okay? And then the ACH, you can see that transfer. So the transfer amount was $45.87, and the final transfer amount was $45.87. The one above that is $342.29, but it's instant transfer, so I paid $5, and that was $337.29. Okay, so it's a perfect $5 transfer there. And this goes all the way down through the June. Let me move it up so you can see it. All the way down through June 5th, which is where I had that first $600 that I told you about. All right, so what are the eligibility requirements for you to be payability eligible? Okay, the payability eligibility requirements are you need to have been selling for at least 90 days, so 3 months. You need to have made an average of $2,000 per month for the past 90 days. Let's say the first month you did 1,000, the second month you did another 1,000, and then the third month you did 6,000. Well, you qualify because your average over those 3 months is 2,000 or above per month, so you're good. You have to have 90 days worth of sales history. You need to have $2,000 for each month for the past 3 months. And then you need to have a professional Amazon seller account, meaning the $40 a month plan. And then you must be in good standing with Amazon, which is not hard. As long as you're not like royally screwing up everything, then you will be good for this. All right, so let's go over how to transfer the funds. So simply here, I'm just going to go ahead and click transfer funds. And you can see I have $168.25 available balance. I can do a bank ACH to my bank account. I can do a bank wire, or I can do an instant transfer, which I said is a fee of 1% or a minimum of $5 for every transfer amount. And let's click on this schedule here. So we're going to look at under $25,000. If you do an ACH, it's same day prior to 12 p.m. If you're prior to 3:30 p.m., it's next business day. And then after 3:30 p.m., it's next business day. If you do a ACH over 25,000, you can kind of see it's always next business day. If you do an instant transfer, it's within minutes, no matter what time. This also works for weekends, right? So if you need money on the weekend and you know you have that money there, you can do that instant transfer and it shows up instantly. Now, with the ACH transfer, it says prior to 12 p.m. is same day. Sometimes on the weekend, those don't show up until a business day, right? And it even says it there after or prior to 3:30 p.m. It's next business day. You need to really pay attention to this if you're, if it's the weekend and you're sourcing and you're buying books or retail arbitrage or that sort of thing. The instant transfer is often the better way to go, and it's $5, which is, to think about it, still less than the average profit of just one single book to have your funds instantly available. But that being said, I use instant transfers really sparingly. I'm very careful not to overuse them. It's just better to wake up in the morning and start your transfer right away when you know that there's funds there. And then you can stockpile that money in your bank account until you're ready to go sourcing and make those moves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do my bank ACH. I'm going to transfer the entire amount. Click transfer. And it's going to go to my bank. And you can see now that the pending transfer request is $168.25. There's a zero balance. There was no fees to transfer that. It's a free transfer as long as you're doing the bank ACH. And that is that. Guys, I hope you found this video informative. I want to let you know that there's a link in the description. It's the first link in the description where if you click on it, if you meet all the requirements and you click on that link and you sign up for Payability today, they will put $150 into your Payability account for you to transfer out. And this can be a huge booster for you to be able to go and source more inventory or even make like that last minute bill that might need to be made or take your significant other out to a nice dinner in celebration of this new opportunity to raise funds faster. I hope this video has been helpful. I hope it brought value to you. I really look forward to your comments and hearing what your thoughts are about this. Do you agree with the fees that you have to pay in order to get your money faster, to grow faster? Instead of waiting the 2-week period to get paid out by Amazon to go source more, you're able to source in smaller quantities, but every single day, which builds sales up a lot faster. Is this something that's interesting to you? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you found value in here, I really would be grateful for a thumbs up, a like on this video, and even maybe a subscribe if you are not already. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video.